Yeah, maybe one day I'll include like the half hour or 10 minutes or whatever it may be, rambling that preludes the actual game.
Can anybody hear that?
Yeah,
Tad bit.
that's a Dr. Pepper.
Tis.
Nice.
I love Dr.
Nice.
Pepper.
Where is the microphone on this thing? Because I'll put it closer to the microphone if we can.
I don't really know, but I don't want to drown us out.
Okay.
This is good. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm afraid of overpowering the recording if I turn it up higher.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. Supplement your own music.
If necessary.
Crab rape.
This is the Skype call thing we used to do.
Yeah, I thought he was doing this.
That's what he was doing. I did the Skype call thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho,
Doo-doo.
Actually starting.
where are we starting? Right. it
Over
was-
here.
Yep.
We're at the manor.
No, we're not at the manor.
We're not at the manor.
We're
No,
at the
we
cathedral.
we're at the cathedral.
We just finished having.
Cathedral.
We
We're
just.
at not Notre Dame.
We're at the legally not Notre Dame.
It's Notre Dame.
It's not Radam.
Oh, great.
It's nobody cares about this.
No, it's Ain't Redame.
Aintredame. Yes, it's Aintredame now.
Yeah.
It's the same energy as Eastware is the Grandmaster.
Isware Benevolent.
It's turning it. Yeah, it's turning into. It's
Malevolent? I
turning
think
into
you mean the benevolent.
I said benevolent.
I think you
It
did.
sounded like malevolent.
It's hard to say. It gets a little distorted over the call sometimes. It is.
Heather's looking like she could be doing something better with her life.
Setting things on fire. Specifically my slime.
That sounds like a bad idea.
It's fine.
Don't.
Nikki would be proud.
Just don't breathe it.
Oh, I've been. It's not toxic. I do this all the time. I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, that explains things.
That explains a lot of things.
Harry, just because it doesn't kill you immediately doesn't mean it won't hurt you later.
I've been doing this for months. Shut up. However, it
Getting
did
high
get my
on
best.
slime.
Oh boy.
Can you see her?
She's really blurry.
Aw, such a good dog.
She came
That's
over
one
and
thing. I wasn't
sniffed.
looking.
Heather was.
She came over and sniffed my box. Alright. So,
Last thing, last roll call. Make sure everyone's got a drink for the game.
I don't.
I have two.
Hang on. John's got one. John had a drink of some kind a second ago.
Animal crackers.
I
I
can
have a confession. I never play the drinking game.
Yeah, no, I know.
You horrible man.
I'm gonna have
Alright.
to. Okay. So help me.
Your journey has taken you many places. It has taken you to the Feywilds for some. To the lands of normalcy for others. But still the same one. Funky has been very busy traveling. But your journey comes to a close. You are at your final destination before your adventure shall come to an end. After receiving a pardon for all her villainous acts, Bunky stands in the auditorium, surrounded by her friends, because the entire story is now about Bunky.
It is.
What do you do?
Bunky sets fire to everything.
Bunky's pardon has been rescinded.
Like, nah. If I'm leaving, I'm going out a war criminal. She just pulls out this blowtorch. She doesn't do that. I'm joking. Go big or go home.
Fun
And
fact,
going big and going home.
one of Heather's traits is to literally be able to build a lighter. One of her goblin character traits.
It literally is. I can build a lighter that may or may not explode with scrap materials.
That's a grenade.
No,
No.
it's a lighter.
It's a lighter.
It
that
may be a
may
lighter.
explode.
It may be
It's
a lighter,
lighter
which it
with
may
the
be
potential
grenade.
to be a grenade.
Okay.
See,
I
building a
presume we
grenade
go
is a
downstairs.
Totally different format.
So if you chuck it and like you pull the pin and you chuck it, it may blow up in epic fashion, or it may just, light someone's cigar.
Again, there's no
Take
thing.
this.
Lighter. It's a clicky lighter.
The
Oh,
invention
thanks.
is a lighter until proven grenade.
Yes.
Schrodinger's lighter.
Until it is used, it is both a grenade and a lighter.
Basically, anything that Bunky builds is and is not a grenade until proven otherwise.
Especially Bleeder Pan. Bleeder Pan specifically.
Has he blown up a lot?
No, he chucks little grenades.
Oh.
He hops forward a few feet, and then mechanically lobs 3 small grenades.
He's just a trebuchet.
No. Anywho,
We go downstairs.
No. Go.
oh, talking to the
He's
dog.
talking to us. He's talking to the dog.
Like, no, we're not allowed to go downstairs.
No going
No,
downstairs. Mm-mm.
Well, I don't think
Not
anyone
allowed
would
to
stop us
progress
at this
at all.
point.
Doggo!
Such a good dog.
Puppy.
Can I sort of expand this? No.
I love puppers.
Yeah.
But the door rattles, and I love it.
Alright. I do think that probably no one would stop us if we went downstairs. All of the excitement is upstairs with the new Grandmaster.
They still have the watch.
Yeah.
Well, what are they gonna do? They don't have jurisdiction in the temple. We're the... She's
no.
the priest.
They've got the watch that is actually supposed to be stopping people from going downstairs. Those aren't guards.
Oh.
Those are the
Oh.
ones we had to get past the first time.
Then let's ask
Leading-
the if we can
Leading
go
to the
downstairs.
whole trial.
Alright.
Gonna take a couple jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure we just don't want a plane shift.
Plane shifting would probably be more convenient. All in favor of plane shifting? Say aye.
Can we even do that into his place?
Well, I can at least plane shift us downstairs. Just so that
How
we
does
don't
that
have
work?
to... I don't know.
What a use for a 9th level spell.
I don't think it's
Travel down
9.
200 feet.
I think it's 8, but... yeah.
I think it's 7th, actually.
Yeah. Whichever.
I believe it's 7th.
Yeah. Do you think they'll let the angel go downstairs?
Yeah, but I mean, we can. I
Except-
think the way it could go is, we could either try plane shifting, and if that doesn't work, we'll just ask Isware, and I'm sure he'll probably let us go.
Let's just ask Eastware off the bat.
Yeah, let's do that first.
I'm asking this mostly because I don't have a smoke bomb to dramatically throw as we plane shift.
Don't worry, I conjure smoke as we do it.
Oh, okay, good.
And cast a fog cloud. Okay.
No. You cast Cloud Kill.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we go up.
Cast Fireball.
We
Ninth
go
level.
up to. We go up to Mr. High Priest guy.
It's the High Grand Master, and his name is Isware the Benevolent.
You swear.
He's right now being congratulated by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
They're all slapping his back and doing everything as he walks among them, kind of sheepishly, like, what have I gotten myself into?
So I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, mood. Okay. So Monique will sort of make her way to the front of the group, and she'll give him a tap on the shoulder, get his attention, you know. And she'll just, really quickly, she'll say, "I'm sorry, I know you're in the middle of something right now, but I need to ask. Our business isn't fully completed here. The reason that we came back, even after all this that happened, still lies downstairs in the Grand Master's chambers, and I would ask for permission to go back and finish what we started."
Not in the Grand Master's chamber, it's the room opposite it.
Well, chambers, plural, like that whole area is
Okay.
his. His offices, if you will. She'll say offices.
And I'm actually gonna have you roll persuasion.
Daggum.
Oh, but I thought he liked us.
Do I still have...
Would it be at advantage because we did technically set the events in order that got him his place?
I mean, I won't deny advantage.
Yay!
Hey there, Angel.
That's why you barter, because sometimes you get good stuff. Other times you'll get even worse stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this is a DC 20, I'm gonna hit something.
Hey, Heather, can you go into the aird's room?
I keep...
Why?
To get hit.
to get hit.
Technically, I am in the Aird's room as I am an Aird.
Alright, what'd you roll?
Every time that I roll advantage, I get the same number on both. I have a 16 overall.
Alright. He kind of looks at you oddly and says, Why do you need to go back down there? Isn't that where he died?
Yes, I know what you're thinking. We're not going back down there to kill more people. That wasn't even supposed to happen in the first place, like I said. The problem is that the Scourge needs one final, kick in the rear, if you will. And it's required, that we head back down there and give it that last push to make sure that it's completely out before all things can go back to rights. You can escort us down if you like. Though, I believe there's one part that, the actual action itself you may not want to be there for.
I mean, I've never been down there myself. I'll come with you.
Sorry, that was Mom.
Let's go on an adventure.
Alright, he'll escort us down, that's fine. The crowd will probably be following us.
Not really. He says to everyone, Alright, we have a lot of restructuring to do, but that can wait till tomorrow. Until then, everyone has the day off.
Get your butt out of here.
We'll make this a new holiday,
Later.
but
Later.
we need to name it something, and we need committees to do so. So, just today, everyone just take the day off, and we'll write this into the history books as the new holiday when we decide it, what the name should be. And
The
he,
day.
Everyone's
he says,
excited for the
lead
day
the
off.
way.
Right. Down we go.
Down we go. Into
As we
black
leave,
inky
he sort of
darkness.
turns around and she yells back, "I vote we call this the day of butt whooping," and then just runs down the stairs.
Butt whooping day.
Alright. So, we get down
No.
to...
Oh, Angel.
She's trying to get up my food.
Eat it faster.
I know what you're trying.
My lips are so dry.
Alright, so we go downstairs.
Yep. And it'll take a few floors before we start hitting any of the watches.
As you start heading down the stairs, you notice where the convenient eye holes are, there's almost no... She's seen a cat. So expect some barks.
Now we
There's
can hear
almost no cats.
we can hear Bunky in the other room barking at a passing car.
Bubby, not Bunky.
But what's his name?
Bubby.
Bubby. The dog.
You said Bunky.
The greatest of imbeciles himself in the other room.
But yeah, a lot of the people on these flights of stairs, in fact, all of the people on the flights of stairs are no longer there.
That's what I thought.
They've all either been relieved of duty to attend the trial or have been banished, because pretty much everyone was a key witness nailing,
This
I forget what his name was.
Havilar. Master Havilar. I need to look up and see how I spelled it the first time, because I don't know if I spelled it right the second time. Mental note.
So,
Okay.
you get downstairs, and you lead the way into the treasure room with the portal in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing Eastward does is stop and just stare at all of this gold and opulence.
Yeah, we weren't joking.
This is not supposed to be here.
It's not, no.
Shocker.
Did I happen to pick up the diamonds from earlier, or are those still lying on the floor?
Presumably you picked them up.
I don't know. It'll be fine. I'll go back for them later, maybe.
Alright.
Someone will pick them up.
And he also spots the portal and is like, why do we have a portal down here in a restricted area?
That is the entrance to what we need to be getting rid of. I can tell you for certain that if all goes well, you shouldn't be hearing from this individual any longer. Not that he's dead, unfortunately, it's just that we've convinced him to leave us alone. Or at least to put things to rights. My hope is I can convince him to remove this portal altogether. But, for your own information, his name is Xander. He also goes by the name LeChao, and he is to not be trusted, or I would not consider him as any form of advisor either, should he ever show up. But this is what we need to be heading through.
Very well. You may leave through the portal, but please, don't take the poor's riches. They deserve better.
We won't. We'll leave this here, and it'll be your discretion to, as High Grand Master now, to distribute this as it should be.
So, I'm guessing you all head through the portal?
I think so. We all gotta, step in at the same time, right?
Do I still have, my goats in with me? Did I
They're
bring them in from outside?
No, the goats are outside.
But can we retcon that I did? Because I'm not sticking around.
Oh, yeah. If you definitely are planning on staying around, so yeah, you brought the goats.
Yeah, they're with me, and they're going through the portal with me.
Alright.
I pet the goat.
Every living creature make a charisma check.
Not again.
Charisma save.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
This
so
is
bad
all
at
living.
these.
Don't roll D12, roll D20.
Do you have a lucky dice? Because I don't have any.
Not really.
You're
Nat
so
20. So I suppose I succeeded.
Okay, so Adelaide is
Nat 20.
definitely going to be banished. And so is Funky.
Why are we getting banished again? He wants us here.
I think it's
It's
just a
just
natural
the
consequence of the
banishment field.
location.
Ouch. 4 plus 2 plus 6. 12.
11.
So,
Why do the people who are native to this plane get banished?
they'd be banished back to the entrance.
What? So you can just walk right back in.
Yes and no. So, as Bunky and Adelaide pass through, the field kind of stops both of
I had
you
a-
two from pushing through.
I had a nat 20, I
I
succeeded.
know, you passed through the portal.
Okay.
You two kind of step through it and just step to the other side. And I'm gonna get back to you to Monkey and Adelaide later. You kind of hear, oh, for heaven's sake, I thought you had more will than that. And then all of a sudden, you two are teleported in.
It wasn't a will save.
It's not a will save, it's a charisma save. Do I look like a paladin?
Bet you're wishing you had a paladin with you.
No.
Alright, there we go. And you all find yourself at the foot of his big castle thingy. With the doors opening for you as you walk forward.
Monkey's never been here, and she
I don't
is
wanna
still in a
pretend.
bit of a bad mood, and she does not look at all impressed.
Yeah, nobody is in a good mood right now. Except maybe Adelaide. And you.
I'm doing okay. I know it's serious business time, but I'm doing alright. Okay. So, in we go, I guess.
Wonder if she'll eat this. Hey. She's licking it, but she's not eating it. As you go in, you see LeChao acting like last time with the big feast laid out.
Could probably go to eat this
Ooh,
time.
food. Monkey's interest is piqued. Food.
He
Is there goat meat?
he's standing at the end of the hall, looking out the window, without paying you guys too much mind.
Monique will grab, like, something that she can hold in her hand and eat at the same time. I don't know, a fruit or a biscuit or
Turkey
something.
Apple.
She, like, rips off the
Adelaide
end.
grabs an entire rotisserie chicken.
Like, she
Fried
just sort of rips
apples.
off the end of a loaf of bread.
Monkey's looking for some goat meat. On brand as ever.
There's conveniently goat meat.
Yes!
There's probably something of everything there.
Finally! This entire campaign! Finally I get my goat meat.
It's kind of, when you think about what you want, that shows up. But
Nice.
it doesn't appear in front of you. It just was there.
All along.
Yeah.
Sorana doesn't eat anything.
Again.
Again.
Fair. Alright. Munching on, like, the end of a loaf of bread that she just ripped off unceremoniously. Monique sort of speaks up and says, "Alright now, Alexander. We held up our end of the deal. And now it's time for you to hold up yours."
Did you know? Is he dead?
Yes.
Very.
Well, technically not yet.
Sorry, the dog's being distracting. Then, my love, she's safe?
She passed on to a better place.
Is that who that was?
They're gonna get murdered.
If he's dissatisfied with the quality of service, he can set it up with the customer complaint department.
Ever the retail.
You guys
worker.
have one of those, right?
And
So he didn't keep his end of the deal?
Cartoons did? No, he didn't.
I didn't expect he would. Demons usually like to catch you with the fine print and all that.
You would know.
Hey, I'm not a demon or a devil. I am a tiefling.
I didn't
That's
say
like
you
you're
were.
a big blue thing now.
Well, yeah, now that you can mention it, yeah, I am kind of an Asimar. Wait, no, that's a different thing.
That's the kind of sort of not the same thing.
No.
Planetar. I'm a planetar. There we are.
Regardless,
Ever-
it's quite the glow
ever-
up.
Every once in a while, she'll start wandering over towards my food. I have to hold her back. That should be easy though. Did you bring
Adelaide is the third blue member of the party.
Did you bring anything back?
I think he's actually, well, he was light pink until he became bright blue.
Serrano.
I have one of the pieces of crystal that had her in it that we tried all the resurrection spells on.
Ah. It kind of floats out of your hand, and he says, "Thank you." No. No, go away. No. Go.
There was an actual dog in LeChao's palace, and its cows have all the same problems.
Yes. It's like a big old Cerberus.
Oh, we were thinking of the same thing.
Goatsley is wandering and annoying LeChao.
Feel free to try any resurrection spells you know. All of ours haven't succeeded so far.
In our defense, we did try.
With a piece of her, I don't even need to use my full power. He kind of holds the crystal, and that just shatters in his hand, and what's left is a fragment of her. And he picks that out, puts it on the ground, draws a big circle around it just with his finger. He kind of motions a circle, and this glowing purple orb starts to form around this piece. It starts rotating inside the orb, faster and faster. After a couple seconds of this, LeChao kind of glares at it a bit. And you feel more power shifting from LeChao into this orb. And nothing is happening yet. Now you hear him straining with effort as he throws his entire magical might into this. And
Maybe it wasn't actually her.
eventually, it just shatters. The piece of her lying on the floor.
Yuck.
Bunky sort of surreptitiously calls, make sure all of her goats are right there beside her.
This can't be. I cast True Resurrection. She should be back. He tries again. All of a sudden, you hear a cracking sound as the walls of the palace start to crack in half.
Oh, I don't like this.
He's paying nothing heed, but he's throwing his entire power into this circle that he's drawn on the ground. Things around the palace start shaking, and roof tiles start falling.
Nope, I'm out. I'm gonna go wait outside. Me and the goats are gone.
So you go back through the portal.
No, not through the portal.
Oh, okay.
Just to the outside of the castle.
All right. Now you see LeChao's body light with an inner flame, and his whole being radiates pure magical energy. But still, nothing happens.
Question? Just with all the rubble falling down, can I just cast Wall of Stone just to give us an umbrella, basically?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Yeah. Just umbrella stone. Can I borrow the pencil? Just so that we don't get hit on the head. I don't think it'll fit Adelaide, though. Maybe.
Adelaide basically just sits crisscross applesauce style.
Aw.
Okay.
He sits crisscross in an applesauce that he picked up from the table. At this moment, the ground starts shaking as well, as LeChao looks at it and just sinks to the floor.
Monique, just takes a step forward. And
Someone's typing his NaNoWriMo.
Mm-hmm. Except NaNoWriMo's in November.
Monique
But I am
said-
typing.
What was Monique gonna do? She steps forward, but
not really sure what to say.
as you stand there, semi-awkwardly, you hear LeChao mutter, It can't all be for naught. I must not have thrown enough power at it.
LeChao, you
Or maybe it's kind of cursed, or maybe that's not even her.
LeChao, you know. I think you do know why this is.
All of a sudden, his eyes are blazing, shining spotlights,
The demon dipped ya.
and he's 100% ignoring Adelaide right now, who's not saying what he wants to hear. And
I have no emotional connection to you whatsoever.
all of a sudden, the entire castle explodes outwards.
Oh no!
Sounds
Yeah,
good
you
to me.
You went into the path of danger there, Monkey.
Bunky wishes she was under my rock umbrella.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself.
You played yourself.
And as you see outside, this pocket realm, which was black, starry, now has bright white cracks running through the outside.
Oh, I don't like this.
As
I run
he's
back to the party with my guns.
dodging debris, you run back to the party. If it was anyone else, I would have had them roll dex saves, but I know you make it.
It's like a plus 14, right?
Oh, I have more than a plus 14.
Ouch.
I have a plus 17.
Am I supposed to roll
6
dex?
plus 5.
Oh
No,
no, I don't get
No,
No,
they
you're
were.
expertise.
We're not
You're
rolling.
plus 6 plus 5. So you get a plus
It's-
11 to your roll.
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
not rolling.
I forget I don't get expertise on saving throws.
What were you trying to say, Kimmy?
John was asking if we were rolling, but we're not rolling.
Because we're not trying to come in, we're already in.
If anyone rolled, it would be Bunky, so.
No.
But
Yes.
I'm amazing.
As he launches more and more magical energy into this, you look through the portal outside, and you notice that the entire realm inside, you can see the entire realm from bird's eye view, and that is being torn apart by a massive earthquake.
Oh,
And these cracks are starting to lengthen considerably.
I think now's the time to stop him. Somebody hit him over the head.
Now, that's not what needs to be done. He needs to calm down. But I know a thing or two about grief, alright? And it's not the kind of thing that just stops when you say to. But something needs to happen before he tears this whole place apart. Monique will head over to his side and just sort of, I don't know if she's gonna try to sort of lay a hand on his shoulder.
As you attempt to get close, you get within 10 feet of him before you meet an impenetrable barrier just pushing you backwards. Roll a charisma save.
I get freaking banished again.
Nah, not banished.
Okay, let's go with this one. Nope, that's a 1. That's a nat
You're-
1.
As you make contact,
Nice
it flings you back and you slide on the floor about 5 or 10 feet.
That's a really generous nat 1, thank you.
Well, I was gonna say you tried to push against it and you failed, but no, you crit failed, so you went, whee! I don't have my book with me, but I'll add you a
Wee!
tally when I get it.
Mhm.
After a couple of moments of this, the cracks nearly forming a spider web in the sky. He
Okay.
falls to his hands and knees. The orbs stop spinning. And everything falls dead silent.
And then he just kind of like,
Zerona's in
ah.
Zerona's in kind of like a ready pose, like a ready to run, ready to fight type pose underneath her stone umbrella.
The stone umbrella.
The stone umbrella.
Stone Umbrella sounds like a pretty cool rock band.
It does, actually. Rock.
She got my joke.
That took me too long.
Does LeChao make any other movement other than that?
Well, as you stand there staring at him awkwardly, all of a sudden, he throws back his head and just starts screaming like a bear that's lost its cubs. Like a mom who's lost her babies. Like a whale which has lost its calf. I can't think of any other analogy.
like a man who's just lost his love.
Like a man who accidentally killed his Minecraft dog.
Like Serona.
Like Serona. Serona is the only person in this room that understands this.
Serona finally has an
she
emotion.
doesn't care.
I was gonna say she finally gains an emotional connection, but no.
Nope. She could, but she does not care about this man.
Could relate, but won't.
All of a sudden, all of you find yourself standing outside the city. Like the city you were in. And LeChao is sitting there as well. Still screaming. The
Okay.
cloud.
Is my stone umbrella still there?
No.
Oh man. That's fine. I can live without it.
Black
Yeah.
face.
The clouds start to darken around. And meteors start to fall to Earth.
Oh man.
Serona will take her spear and throw it into the ground directly in front of him.
As it reaches the 10 feet mark, I'm gonna have you make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse
What
me.
is the what is the AC of the ground?
I mean, you've got to throw for accuracy.
Yeah. Oh, really? This is. Don't play Country Roads right now.
Dangerous.
It was meteors, okay? I had to
I
do
know
it.
it was meteors, but still.
Alright,
What do
sorry.
meteors have to do with country roads?
Meme's over, take a drink.
Yeah. It's a YouTube thing, Harry. I'll explain to you later.
Okay.
Kim and I are the only ones who watch RT Game.
I watch it.
Oh, you watch it. He knows it.
Yeah. I am enjoying how much he's playing with the lads recently. 16 plus 12 is 28.
Nice.
Oh, sun coming right into my face.
As the spear flies in, it seems to hit this invisible barrier and redirects it to the ground, probably 10 feet away from him.
Oh, even with a 28.
Yeah, the accuracy wasn't an issue, it's the barrier. A
Why did I
meteor
roll?
seems to fall. Yeah, I wanted to see what you'd roll.
It's fine. Moving on.
A meteor seems to fall close to LeChao and just disintegrates before impact, showering you all in a fine space dust.
Bunky
Nice.
looks like she might either A, draw her sword and attack something or someone, or B, is seconds away from running for her life. And she can't decide which.
I called the
Both.
spear back. LeChao, it is time for this to be over.
If I can't be with her, then there's no point in this realm existing.
Whatever. It's in this room anyway.
You can't destroy this realm. I live here.
She'll take a battle stance and she will say, I'm giving you one warning.
Wait. LeChao! Look at me.
Look at me. I am the cleric now.
I'm the wizard now.
I am the wizard now.
Okay. Anyway,
Me
look at
too.
me.
I am the paladin now.
Look at us. You and me both, through vastly different ways, have done terrible, both good and terrible things to be with those that we love. And it may not come to fruition for either of us. But don't let that suffering that we both feel bleed onto everyone else that is around us. If there's any humanity left in your shriveled husk,
Ooh.
you will stop this now.
He kind of looks at you and says,
You're mean.
I created this. It is mine to destroy.
The creations have taken on sentience, in case you haven't noticed.
Now he starts floating up into the air. He's now 20 feet off the ground. The light
I'm
that
now.
they're coming.
I'm now up. I'm off the ground too, and I'm quite visible.
As am I.
Same.
Everyone but Bunky is off the ground.
Looks very torn still.
Bunky is actively leaping up and down.
No, she's not.
I can
Is-
fly too. I'm part of the cool kids.
His skin starts to grow a strange yellow. Glow a strange yellow. I didn't say grow a strange yellow.
No, I heard it glow.
Sounded like it did.
I heard glow.
I did. But, and the ground beneath Bunky starts to shake violently. Make a dex save, Bunky.
Uh-oh.
Roll a nat one. Roll
Roll
a nat
that
one.
one.
Can I?
20.
Can I cast fly on me and my goats?
Yeah, if you just cast it at a high enough level.
Yeah, it can target
Only
multiple
cast
people.
that third.
That might not be high enough.
Well, you could cast it on Goatsley and just steer him. Pick up Bleeder Pan.
Yeah, you
It
could
fell out of the canister,
reroll
out
it.
of the train. Does it count?
We've always said that if it's out of wherever you're trying to roll it, reroll it.
Oh, really? When did we say that? Oh,
Yeah,
thank heaven.
That's my question too.
You know what? I will take a 4 for the 1.
4 is better than 1.
Plus 11 is 15, which is crappy.
Yeah. Well, it would be good for a level 1 character.
Am I?
No. As you guys race into the air, Bunky just falls on the ground and starts flopping like a fish. As she
Horrible on Rambo's gears.
as the ground beneath her starts to flex and turn and bend. The meteors are coming stronger now, and the sun is starting to fluctuate in the sky.
What the heck are we supposed to do?
I'll cast Foresight on myself.
Alright.
Monique will shout up to him. Is this the kind of person that she would have wanted to come back to?
But she's not coming back, is she?
Well, maybe she doesn't want to. Maybe because she's seen what you've become. Maybe if you were better, she would want to, and she would.
Listen to the scary lady.
She's not scary in the slightest.
I can be intimidating
That's not
sometimes.
actual thing. You ready, Kimmy?
I'm ready whenever you're ready, buddy. It's your call when it happens.
Oh
Yep.
boy.
So, as the sun starts to go dark, and the whole place is bathed in inky blackness besides the light coming off the chow, a sudden white portal appears. And I'm gonna have everyone roll. What would be a good roll, Kimmy, to know if it's what it is?
Let me look.
Whatever it is, I can
Okay.
assure you I'm probably
I
not.
probably just like perception, just to see, honestly. To comprehend would be a different thing, but just to see what it is.
Isn't there one for arcane?
Yeah, it's
Arcana?
arcane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an arcana.
Everyone roll an arcana roll.
Another thing I'm not proficient
Monkey,
in.
you roll at disadvantage because you're flopping on the ground.
Big question. What category is Arcana in? Because I don't have a character sheet up. I just have
Intelligence?
Intelligent.
Intelligence.
the intelligence.
Yeah.
Is this a saving throw?
No, it's just a check.
This is an ability check.
It's getting warm in here.
Yeah.
Or my face is dry.
Yeah.
4 is
Serona
10.
got a 1.
Oh.
I got.
is a no-
I
it's the other one.
got an 8.
What do you get?
John
I
got
got an 8.
8. Oh. Did I finally do good on an intelligence check for once? I got 19.
Who's
So-
going to roll disadvantage
So
over
that's a
the-
nat one for both you and Kathy this session, right?
What?
Kathy's had one so far, and Kimmy has had one so far.
Oh.
Ah, the buzzing.
Give him a second.
There we go. You said Kimmy just rolled one?
Yeah, both twins have had nat ones. Serona has no idea. It actually makes a narrative sense that you know what's going on.
Yay! I love
Alright,
it
give
when
me
it fits the narrative.
This is the thing I was worried about, though.
What? Oh no, Angel's getting into his food now.
Oh no!
Angel, no!
Angel, don't!
Do it, Angel.
Oh, I can't hear Fawn Miller.
Kill him.
Just a very quiet.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do I
Everybody else is doing it. That's an old one.
I'm gonna add "do it" to the drinking game because that's one that goes on a lot.
Yeah. Is this music appropriately spooky? I think it's good right now.
I think it's going pretty well.
Yeah.
Do it. Or a chicken.
Everyone else is doing it.
No, just as a bottom line. I do kind of wish you'd put on Country Roads though.
I want it to be like thematically appropriate. We can play Country Roads as we're going out later.
All right.
Alright. So Kimmy, you are prepped and ready now.
Well, I am not prepped in any capacity, but just
I'm saying for the nat ones.
yeah, yay. So is the next nat one like my my good one?
Critical fail. Yes.
Yay! Cool. I'm probably not even gonna be rolling for Serona very soon.
Well, I'm gonna give you the numbers, and you can continue them in your campaign if you'd like.
I don't know if I'll continue it, but I don't actually know what
Just
homebrew I'm
continue
going
it.
to be
It's
doing.
so much fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
It doesn't change much. It changes 1 in 5 on a 1 out of 20 roll.
Yeah.
Most of us know what's going on here, but I don't.
Yeah. Oh,
Alright.
well, we're talking about the natural ones. I
Oh.
think John and I are actually the only two who know what's going on here because we discussed this.
I thought you were talking. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Is this the
Alright.
part where I do things? Or do you
Yes,
want to
but
describe
let me
it?
describe the entrance.
Yeah, you do it.
So,
Bird with an accordion.
all of you are kind of staring at LeChao. And,
Are we?
yeah. And all of a sudden, what's your... Monique. I've 100% blanked it. Monique feels the power of Keratos flood the entire area. As-
Carrots.
Keratos. As several robed figures step out of a portal and stand in the middle of the air. Alright, Kim.
There is a man with great stag horns made of iron atop his head, made of machines and copper and steaming parts and armor that comes through. There is a woman that is robed in white and red with flowers growing around her shoulders and a two-sided mask, one smiling and one frowning on her face. There is a man made almost completely of stone, covered in moss and vines, with small songbirds coming and resting on his shoulders, that walks and stands beside the woman with the mask. There is another woman with a dragon head and great horns and several flying things around her, who shimmers and gives off color in every directions, rather than being any one solid color. And they come and they stand, and there is Keratos in his enrobed and with the halo behind him, and the morning star in his hand. And they come and they surround LeChao standing there.
It's a halo of storms, by the way.
A halo of storms. Thank you. I forgot what he looks like. So, yeah. What did
That's
I
when we all start
Isn't that
singing
normal?
the theme song.
Oh.
That would be thematically appropriate, but I don't want to actually look for it right now.
Take a drink.
I didn't
Take
even
a
think of
drink.
that.
It's fine.
That
Take
would have been a
drink.
good song to play, but I didn't think of it, so we're gonna stick with this here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Taking a drink.
Yeah. I don't even know what they say.
Speak in a language that no one could
Yeah,
comprehend.
they speak in a language no one comprehends. Okay.
They're speaking
They
the language of gods.
Yeah, they probably do actually for about a minute or so. About a minute for a few seconds, they speak in a Well, they don't all speak. The woman, the dragon lady
speak.
herself seems to speak for them, and she
They're speaking in backwards Japanese.
speaking in backwards Japanese, and Von Miller is just bouncing all over the screen.
Doesn't help that I'm bouncing in real life and my bed transfers all the motion to my computer.
I figured that was likely the case. Yeah.
But,
They speak
Zach,
in for several seconds in a language nobody comprehends except for perhaps LeChao.
But, the moment they come in, the dragon lady just waves her hand, and all of a sudden, normalcy returns to the realm.
Yes.
I thought Kevin, I was about to stab something once I found the beat.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I should have done that. Yeah. I'm slightly panicking, okay?
You're doing great. It's your first time. You're doing awesome.
Keep going.
She takes a step forward. And all of them are like almost 2 stories tall. They're enormous. And she's wearing almost like Greek robes around her. White robes wrapped around her. And she looks down at LeChao and she says, "Child, what is your name?"
My name is Xander. Who are you, and how have you come to my realm?
What was the name we gave her again? I
I
forgot!
don't remember the
It wasn't
deity's name.
Tiamat.
It was not
I know
Tiamat. Not Tiamat says. Not Tiamat says. I am Victoria.
Veronica.
Veronica. Thank you.
Sorry.
It was a V something.
Veronica.
Okay,
Is it
well-
Vendetta?
No, it's not V for Vendetta. That's the other mask lady.
No.
That's not the other mask lady. I mean, it
It's
kind
not
of
a
is.
masked guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Veronica was.
I am Veronica. I am the prismatic dragon. I am justice. And you are.
A baby.
He's
I
already.
am Lachao, keeper of this realm.
You are
Why
more.
have you intruded?
You are more. We have seen it. You will join us.
Why should I do such
Oh.
when my life is over?
My mom is calling me. Hold on.
Okay. Mom's calling us.
You'll just stand there and be ominous real quick.
There's the Skype call dance.
Oh my, the door is too loose.
I take out my headphones for all this caterwauling.
Caterwauling. I take offense to that.
Good job.
Why?
Thank you.
I can hear that through my headphones, which are off my head. Of course, my volume is pretty loud. I know, I do. Hmm? My roommate's impressed. It really does not sound that loud. It's just when I have it off my head, the noise bleed happens a lot louder.
Hello.
Hi, John's
Can you hear
roommate.
him? Can you hear him?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
But the
It's
man
sort of-
behind the curtain speaks truth.
It sort of sounds like a.
I'm sorry.
Wah, 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 wah.
Okay, I don't want to run over your feet. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Continuing on.
Okay. What was the last thing Lachao said?
They asked
that he
why
wants to
they
join.
have. Why would I join when my life is already over?
Your life is not over. Your life, child, is just beginning.
Child.
And she holds
Child.
and she holds out a hand for him. You will join us.
You have yet to answer. Why should I do so?
Because you have no choice. And the man with the man made of machines with the iron stag horns, with the iron antlers, takes one step forward and holds out his hands, and these two enormous enchanted shackles fall into his hands, and he stands there.
Ooh, this is heating
You
up.
will join us. You will take your place as Dietar.
Yeah, freak him.
Lachao is now smirking. And he says, "Oh, I don't think so." And all of a sudden, where Lachao stood is a massive, like bigger than what normally would be an ancient dragon, bigger than an ancient dragon. It's a massive force dragon.
Ta-da, we're dead.
Not that we're dead. Yeah. I hope you didn't expect me to run combat as these characters, because I cannot do that. I have no stats.
No, this thing is only a CR 41. Your people are going to be like CR 164 or something like that.
Yes.
Absolute units.
Yeah, absolute units. Yeah. I imagine they are still taller than him, I believe. Right?
No, an ancient dragon's like the size of a hillside.
Yeah. Well, they're several stories tall.
You said 2. But
Did
they
I
can
say
grow.
2?
They can
Okay.
grow.
Yeah.
He's definitely bigger than them. He's Titanic class.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sure they're gods. They can make themselves bigger.
Yeah. I don't have any set powers for them at all.
That's alright.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a chaos realm.
90 feet by 90 feet.
Oh, ouch.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's fine. Anything can get retconned later.
So, Veronica has these white prismatic wings that erupt from her back, and the others seem to prepare themselves for combat as well, as the machine one comes forward with the shackles again. And he probably, I mean, I don't know what am I allowed to do here? Because they can just end this.
They can.
They can, yeah. He just holds them forward and they just latch onto the dragon.
Genie style.
Genie style. Yeah, and he's got the other end of it and it's like tethered. And he's holding it, and LeChao as a dragon is tethered there.
Oh man.
All of a sudden, you see the dragon just freeze midair, as if paralyzed. Transform back to a man with the shackles still attached, because they shrunk with him. And he falls towards the earth. As quickly
Veronica catches him.
dangling from said shackles.
Veronica catches him and holds him there. Is he still tiny? Is he tiny now?
He's now man-sized, yeah.
Yeah, he is so small.
Teeny tiny man says.
He looks up and says, "Who are you?"
We are the gods of this realm. We are the gods of all realms. And you will join us. Or you will be god of nothing.
Fine.
Are you saying
I can't hear
the
you,
time
John.
of God?
Yeah.
Are you saying that I'm a god?
You might not have
No,
known.
but we're implying it.
That is correct. Perhaps your imprisonment here has entrapped what power you have. But you have power. It was given to you. You were chosen, like we were chosen. And you will join us. Or you will join those who have rejected us.
I just saw Heather just do a slide in.
Slide.
Slide out.
What's funny is it usually goes to the person who's talking, because I have it kind of minimized so I can look at stats somewhere. It just went to Heather saying nothing, just sliding.
Apparently, me sitting back in my chair is too important.
Too important for the goddess of justice. Yeah, and meanwhile, all of us are on the ground like, what is going on?
No, we're in the air.
Oh, yeah,
Bucky
we're in the
hasn't
air.
bothered to stand back up. She's just lying on her back, looking incredibly confused.
He kind of just... You see his whole body relax as he's trying to take everything in. I am a deity? Of what? What do I hold domain over? What could I possibly be a deity of?
You're a wizard.
Alright.
He's a hairy wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You were the
And
one.
you need a shave.
You are the one who was lost, and the one who was found again. You are magic itself, child. I am justice. He is invention. She is time.
I just recognized her.
We are what we rule.
We are the Power Rangers.
You skipped characters.
Yeah, I did. I skipped a couple of them.
Oh.
At this point, a couple of other deities teleport in, but they're not full deities. You can tell that they're only avatars.
Me?
As you see, I don't know how to describe him, John. How does Stravos look?
Give me a second.
Ah, buzzing.
And Yenase.
Yes, I like that. And give me a second. Something's being stupid. Well, aren't you looking for Stravos and, what you call it? Stravos in that tranche?
A tranche is there, but isn't there actually.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
I thought you switched over to a tranche as opposed to Stravos.
I mean, he worships both. He didn't switch over. Stravos is the only one there because he came for the battle between the gods.
Well, you see him and he looks like a human male. And he's holding a rather hefty war hammer. Well, battle hammer, by technicality.
Now, Yenase.
Yenase is an indescribable
Light.
silhouette of light.
Alright.
To the surprise
And
of
Stravos says, "What? Am I too late for the battle, or has it begun already? I don't know why I have this accent, but I do."
You should have asked me to do the voice.
You want to do the voice?
do the voice.
You can run both your deities.
Okay.
Anybody
Well,
else
Yenase
have
is just going to
deities?
be quite austere and not really get mixed up in talking about this. He's just here to observe. While Stravos is like, "Has a fight begun? Or shall I have to start it myself?"
If all goes well, there will be no fight here today. Mom keeps getting me to come to her. I'm sorry.
Disappointed god noises.
All of a sudden, they all blink from existence.
What are you doing, Kathy?
Emotes.
How do I do these?
I mean, for my computer, it's here in the bottom right screen, and it's a little. It's a heart.
I ain't got that.
Well, I told you. Mobile. It's not. You took a
You took a
screenshot,
snapshot.
apparently.
I'm just gonna say, while Kimmy's gone, while Bunky's sort of taking all of this in while still lying on her back, she's kind of, when that lady who's been talking mentioned that the metal guy was invention, she's just kind of been looking at him, kind of like, huh. And just kind of looking between him and the goat, like, huh.
You have changed my plans, Heather.
What,
I
what did
have-
I miss?
Yes, you have.
Nothing.
Amazing. It's about time I did that for the second time.
First time is what? Jumping through the portal?
Jumping through the portal.
Are we still at? Are we still
Yeah.
at
Stravos
Yeah,
only
no,
just showing up?
rest.
Yeah, as a
Stravos wants to fight.
Stravos wants to fight.
Okay. Okay. So. If all goes well, there will be no battle today, stranger. I gotta scooch forward. Did they hear you? Was I heard?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, we're waiting for your response.
Yeah. So she looks down if there is no response. She looks down at Lichao in her hand, and she says, "Come with us, child. We will show you. There is more than this little dimension here."
I know. I was part of that world.
And you
From
will
the
be
beginning, I was there.
Part of your world.
And you will
I
be
have-
part of it again.
I have some obligations to finish here. Is it alright if I say goodbye?
Yes.
To what?
There is a time to all things. She looks up at the sky where there's probably still kind of smoke and clouds from what meteors did fall, and she slowly puts him down on the ground and she says, "Cause no more harm here, child." And she stands there. "We will see you on the other side." And they all disappear. And then there's one dragon left on her shoulder that is just kind of hovering there and flying in the sky where she was, presumably to take you away when you are finished.
He looks back. Well, before they all disappear, the gods look at the group of mortals who have dared to defy a god. Dared to defy the god of magic and of, I forgot the other thing he's god of.
I forgot too, so just, I don't know, roll with it.
So
Just
the
magic.
god of magic.
Yeah, just the god
Got
of
a
magic.
magic and no leg.
And the god of inventions, first of all, hovers down to Bunky and towers over her and says, "What are these?" and points at the goats. "They are unlike any I have seen before."
They're my
That just-
companions. I've made them myself.
Yeah, he kind of like compacts like a transformer down into man size. You don't know how this giant thing became like human sized, but he does, so that he can
Yeah.
talk with you.
Yeah. She clambers up off of the ground and just points to them, patting Goatsley on the back and gesturing to Rambo with what is to be Bleeder Pan in his, it's not a carriage, it's the Roman thing.
Chariot.
Chariot, thank you. In his little chariot space. And I don't know why I love goats so much, but mechanics has been the only thing I've had for quite some time.
I didn't do anything to
And
When did you make it? Oh, last night.
she just sort of pats them. I needed some friends.
Allies are valuable. I should know this. They are fine craftsmanship. My commendations.
I don't know what to say to this. She seems very stressed.
Yeah. John, are you planning for Mr. Mechanical Man to do the thing? That
Yeah.
everybody else is getting one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he
Turns into a truckin'.
he says, "Well,
Turn into a
you
semi.
have my blessing."
I have a what now?
You have his blessing. Now, I'm trying to think, because I have... John, you think 22 or 24 would be better?
For what?
A stat increase.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, 22 is better. 22 is less than 24, so 24 is better. But
Just saying.
Like, more appropriate is probably what he means.
more appropriate would be probably 22, because a deity doesn't want to make you too good.
Yeah. So your intelligence is now 22.
upped again?
Yes. And you now have expertise in Tinkerer's tools. If you didn't already. Yenisei then flies over to Serona. You want to do this, or do you want me to, John? And pretty
What?
much, he's going to talk about her leaving offerings and such, and give her a blessing.
Give me a moment. Sorry.
Probably Weber should, honestly, because he knows what's actually going on.
Yeah, I would think that would probably be more better for you because you know what you're talking about.
Alright.
Or what you want to say, I should say, not that what you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So Yenisei flies over to Serona and says, "Child, I heard you at the temple. I witnessed your fights. I saw you defeat, I forgot his name,
Yaldabaoth?
Yaldabaoth.
Yaldabaoth.
I saw you defeat Yaldabaoth. Your faith is strong. May you forever be wise." You now have 22 wisdom.
Sick.
He then flies to Adelaide. Let me look something up.
Serena wants to say something snide, but doesn't.
No, it's not that hard.
You're
big.
You broke free from the bonds of Yaldabaoth.
Wait, that was him?
Yes.
I have no
witnessed
context
it.
for this.
You
Adelaide just here for the
raised yourself from your demonic origin. You defied the presence of evil, and you have become a force for good. You have my blessing. You now have 24 wisdom, because he already had 22.
I thought so.
I'm like the wisest guy here, and I have no idea what to do with it.
All that
I think
Adelaide
I have
knows
the
is that
most
he knows
smart-
nothing.
Oh crap, is Zebulon? Where's Zebulon?
We left him outside of town.
And we are now in the town, so
No, we're outside of town.
we're outside of town.
Back and get him.
It's fine. We've left him in town before, so they know how to handle him.
Gonna have to get him before I hop back to reality.
Not back to reality.
Back to life.
My
Reality hop.
mouse is not wanting to work on me.
My mouth never wants to work.
Karatos then flies to Monique and says, "You have suffered much. You have striven against much. And you have all the makings of my champion. Go. Become what you need to do. Be.
Become what you need to do.
Do what you need to do. And spread my mercy on others."
Mercy?
You now have 22 charisma.
Good. Thanks. You see Monique just... What was began as awe and reverence has become something akin to more like delight. And you sort of realize this is kind of it's already what she wanted to be. And now she almost looks like she doesn't know what to do with herself because she's already achieved what she feels like was everything. But she sort of tries to take it gracefully, and she says, I will, and I'll be the best champion you've ever had.
You also get access to a level 10 spell, but I'll tell you all later.
14 won't erase. This dang
So-
14.
You're stuck with 14 charisma forever.
It won't erase. It's pencil, but it won't erase.
At this point, the gods fly into the air, and Stravos, looking rather miffed that there's been no fight, yells, well, this has been a waste of time.
The dragon that is left behind when Veronica vanishes just looks over and shouts over in common, like, better luck next time, buddy.
I will break your skull if you were worth the time.
He's just over there laughing.
Dragon
And no,
laughs.
he could do it. That dragon would not stand a chance.
Oh, that dragon knows things.
That dragon's seen things.
That dragon has seen things.
The thing is, Stravos has probably done it to this dragon a multiplicity of times before. It's just a matter of, since he's a divine servant, he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This dragon does not care.
Like, I have been killed by you at least 3 times already. It's nothing new.
Imagine the divine paperwork of killing a deity's servants.
When you're another deity, it's like, you knew he was gonna come back, right? I know, just make me feel better.
Like, receive a strongly worded letter. Stop incinerating my people.
Stravos is known as a dragon slayer, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's Atranch.
Okay.
Stravos is... like, if Atranch was here, he wouldn't have really asked, he would have done.
So it's a good thing a Trench wasn't here.
Ouch. This is great. We're getting so much lore from like 3 campaigns at once.
Yes. I thought this was gonna be chaos, but it's delightful chaos. Yeah.
It's always chaos, that's what we have.
I thought it was gonna be bad chaos.
We are the
That's the
disaster
thing.
D&D campaign.
I mostly know how to corral the chaos into a productive way.
Yay! Okay.
You say that.
Session.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So we are left with just LeChao now and this one lone dragon. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The dragon is respectfully keeping its distance.
Yes, no, maybe so.
There's no space to handle it right now. I'll get
Okay.
it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. We're getting so many interruptions. Yeah. Just for
Sorry.
funsies, can I take 20 seconds to describe the dragon?
Oh,
we're
there's
getting
Dad.
an interruption now.
Hey,
too.
Dad.
He's
Oh.
coming to say goodnight to you too, like you did me.
Night.
Bye.
Take your 20 seconds to say goodnight to your dad.
Can I take another 20 seconds? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So the dragon was originally sitting on Veronica's shoulder. I need to come up with a better name. I don't like this name.
It's
I'll
fine.
figure it out later. It is a 2-headed dragon actually, with 1 silver head and 1 black head, and he's just kind of hovering there. And he's got 4 wings instead of 2. And yes, you know exactly who it is. And he's just hovering there, and he'll keep his distance, but he's hanging out.
I love knowing things.
You love knowing things. She has no secrets. She knows like the entire campaign.
Yeah, is this the your warlock deity?
No, I'm not gonna
Ah.
tell you even if you guess it, but no, it's not.
It's no one like
You can just say
huge.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
It's no one huge though. It's just someone I'm very fond of.
Yeah, it's someone we're fond of. It's our favorite NPC. What?
Okay. I'm
It's not-
posting that to the Discord.
It's not my favorite, but
What?
But are you posting memes?
pretty sure it's memes.
Memes, Jack.
Laugh, laugh.
Memes.
That's a drink in
The
and of itself.
DNA of the soul.
A meme a day keeps the depression away.
It's the
The more I
catchphrase.
look at it, the more it just draws me into its gaze.
Oh dear,
Oh,
what is
no,
this?
what did you post?
He hasn't yet. That's
Oh, I've seen
know,
this before. Oh, it's the googly eye beholder. I love it.
And the dwarf has googly eyes too.
All right.
oh, that one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I just saw that and I was like, oh, I posted that.
Back to campaign.
Yeah. Let's finish this up.
Our screen is now as dark as Fawn Miller's is.
It is. It really is. You guys need to like turn on the closet light or something.
It is on.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Jinx, you owe her a soda.
Turn on the craft light.
Oh, it's
in
not
my
plugged
case,
in.
the
Never mind.
lights in my room are all on. It just so happens that I have blankets surrounding my entire bed.
Yeah.
So I like privacy.
I would like
I
to
have
be
a
happy
very
able to do that.
conveniently
John
placed
needs-
desk
John
lamp.
needs
It's a
to turn-
habit I've developed since college.
Yeah, John needs to turn his lights off, and then we can all be in dark rooms.
No, Heather's not.
Well, she's in a room without lights except for her desk light.
I am now.
Atmosphere.
I bet.
Do it, Johnny.
Do it, Abdul.
I almost said avocado, but you're avocado.
Look at the doggy. Look at the doggy. Fun fact: for
that's-
every campaign that I have run for us girls so far, the very first session has always been in darkness. Because the very first time I DM'd, we had a power outage. I don't know if we want to do that for my campaign, but I think it'd be a fun little tradition to hold up.
I mean, with how much we really have to go through with, I'm not saying this for sure, but we might be able to do something like a partial session 0, like a session -1 to at like the last hour.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Hold up 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find a
because it's
flashlight.
only 7. It's only 7, and
Well-
we're like almost done.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we're almost done, and I know we haven't been at this for too long. We
Yeah.
didn't have any real delays getting started except for
I mean,
my phone call with my brother.
Aren't we going to Carcosa in the epilogue though?
I don't know what we're doing for epilogue.
I think that might be a separate
I
session.
will be right back.
Yeah, Carcosa requires a little bit of setup.
Okay.
Yeah, based on how John was talking to me about it, because I'm going to be using a different character.
Add that puppy to the one shots list.
While Heather is doing the thing, I'm gonna do a thing.
I need to.
Except it's not really a one shot, it's gonna be more of a
I have some.
Half shot.
one mission.
Check your phone, Kathy.
Oh, my phone. Okay.
Oh, it's your turn to be constantly called in there. Here, I think I got what you need, Kat.
Oh,
Or you can get it from the
Tortillas
kitchen.
So I can make homemade chips.
Yeah, you'll have to get it from the kitchen.
email with the code.
There we go.
Thank you. I
Email
need
with the code? What's
my-
email with the code?
I don't have. She says bring my license. I don't have a license.
Give me a few minutes, I'll turn my
Your
light back
ID.
on.
You're
You
not a
should
driver's
have,
license
state
yet.
ID. Like
State
me.
ID.
Yeah, stop.
Okay. Okay. Well, I gotta. Hang on. I gotta like pause the recording or something. Okay, restarting recording.
Talking about Willis.
Yeah, we were
What's
talking.
that? The recording has restarted.
But I'm not back yet. I'm,
Okay.
I'm here physically, but not in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can still
That
chat
is
because
pretty
she's
cool.
still busy.
And if Willis doesn't work out, no, not if he doesn't work out. If his story ends, I have a backup character that I need to work on.
Yeah.
But
We
I
still
have
also have to help with the discussing how we're rolling stats and such.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
would be a good thing to end tonight on.
Yeah. We can do that after everything is done. We'll roll stats for everybody. But I think I am probably going to go with what is the method? You roll 4 d6s and you keep the top 3? Is that how it goes?
Okay, there's 2 methods that we've used so far. My method is 46s, drop the lowest, reroll 1s. That is the very forgiving way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's how I got a character with no negatives whatsoever.
Yeah.
I have
You could
very
also
good stats
do-
for someone who fails everything constantly.
You could also do a plain roll of 46, drop the lowest, no rerolls. You could also do straight roll 3d6. That's probably the harshest.
Or roll just straight d20s.
If you roll d20, that is like somewhere between forgiving and non-forgiving.
It's the most chaotic.
Because you can get anywhere from 1 to 20, while as with 3d6 you can get anywhere from 3 to 18.
Yeah, and I'm warning you, if you do make it roll a d20, you're gonna have that one person with -3 in every single stat. It's just inevitably what's gonna happen with our party.
I think probably I'll do the most forgiving route, because I like being nice. I'm just kind-hearted like that.
Yeah, and you've seen how it's gone for me.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. But no rolling a million times and then finally rolling. We're just rolling this straight up rolling the dice once this session ends. Looking at you, Weber. I don't care if it doesn't actually change anything. It changes something, and I don't like it.
You're messing with the fabric of the universe.
Yeah. Speaking the language of the
I think
gods.
it would have changed.
Yeah. I would have included more deities in that lineup just to describe them all dramatic, but I can't actually remember anymore. And I think that might be like the only 5 I have. Oh well, I do have 2 more, but they are currently incapable of actually showing up.
Are we good to go?
Kathy is not back yet.
Oh.
Yeah. I've decided that the fact that I cast Foresight on myself is the only reason that Serona did not make a snide remark to Yenosei.
What would she
She's
say
like-
to Yenisei?
What?
What would she say to Yenisei?
I don't know, but she was gonna be a little something grumpy along the lines of, I don't worship you. Yeah, she went that one
That's the
time,
person
but
that prayed to him.
yeah.
Prayed to
So
him.
Johnny,
She did pray to him that one time, but I don't think she's not very excited to worship anybody right now, I think.
Well, no.
Johnny.
I'll be back in a minute.
So if I messed up your original plan by mentioning the inventor god, what was your original plan?
You were gonna get a blessing from LeChao as the god of magic.
I had a feeling it had to do with LeChao. I just had one of those feelings.
I returned.
Fawn Miller has left.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
He has deserted
hates
us
us.
for the Shadow Realms.
Yeah. I wish I had a setup where I could do this with my blankets and have privacy. Because, dagnabbit, I'm not in college, but I don't get privacy no more.
We never had privacy.
We've never had privacy.
We're a
I'm
big
taking
family.
a few of these animal crackers.
Ah, some movement.
Yeah, just stuff a tissue up your nose.
Finally, you're awake.
Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to cross
I'm
the border,
totally
right?
paying attention. I'm just gonna say that. 100%, I'm not playing a PSP.
That sounds suspiciously like
Something.
what someone who's playing a PSP would say.
Well, you're mistaken.
We might want to restart. We might want to restart the recording again because there's been no actual content whatsoever. Oh, there was no D&D talk while I was absent. No, what a shame. It's the last session of the campaign. It's staying in.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the only session that I'm going to put actual editing effort into it because I have to put in a slideshow of every meme and fan art that we did of this session.
Yeah. And also, we
Alright.
have to put the 2 parts together.
Oh, that won't be nothing.
Yeah. You're a
You
regular
gotta tell me when you're
YouTuber,
doing that
Kathy.
because I drew another meme.
Give me more animal
Oh,
crackers.
thanks.
My animal crackers.
My animal crackers now.
All right, where did we leave off?
Everybody's gone. LeChao is there. He wanted to say goodbye or something.
He turns to you guys and says, I guess I won't be seeing you for a while. So
Not likely.
it's probably best if you cash in your wish, Monique.
Yes,
Oh, you have a wish?
I do. Actually, I believe we agreed to 2 wishes. One desire, 2 spells. I want my brother back.
Very well. He clicks his fingers, and this portal that wafts... Hey there. You're moving again. She just suddenly moved. This portal wafts... Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Wafts a strange scent that is different than any you've ever smelled. Kind of smells like pain and blood and lust, and it just hurts the nose of everyone who smells it.
Do I smell a lie?
No. But out of this portal shoots your brother, who lands on the ground with a thud. He stands up with wild eyes and fangs blazing, and
Snazzy.
LeChao just points at him, and he starts violently trembling.
Monique
and
like
this-
shoots down to be at his side and just holds him while he's going through this.
As you get close, LeChao's like, "No!" and flicks his hand, and you fly up in the air again. Don't break my concentration! And this violent trembling is starting to rattle him in a way that looks very unhealthy.
He's having a
And this
seizure.
red mist starts to pull off of your brother and fly into the void. And he starts to kind of split in 2 as a phantom image of him starts getting pulled back into this portal as he's sitting there. And after a couple of seconds of this, there's a yell from your brother as he lands on the ground on all 4s, and the phantom image that looks more bat-like than human flies through the portal. LeChao says, huffing a little bit, "It is done. Your brother is cured."
Monique
Convenient.
Monique looks up to LeChao, who's now significantly a lot higher up than she is now, and she says, "Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me what, thank you for having the compassion to give this back to me." And she sort of drifts back down to Delios. Can I have a second to describe what he looks like?
Sure.
Alright. Delios is fairly tall like Monique, but whereas she is more like sturdily and stockily built, he's a very thin boy.
Lucky boy.
He's a very lanky beanpole boy. And his clothes, which are probably somewhat tattered from having died recently, are quite dark, but what used to be a gaunt and deathly expression on his face is sort of filled out into a more softer look to him, almost boyish, despite his age as only being a few years younger than Monique. He looks
Oh,
almost
Ty.
like Tig. No, he's clean shaven, and you see now that he's back to human, he sort of scrambles and he's sort of squinting a little bit like he needs some glasses. And his hair is sort of filled out a little bit and lightened from instead of a sort of a dark brooding vampiric black to a more soft brown, and it's falling in somewhat kind of waves down in sort of the... It's not very long, but it's sort of hanging about his ears.
Medium length.
Yeah, medium length.
Do you like your hair rare or medium?
Oh boy.
That shouldn't elicit a chuckle. That was a terrible joke.
I like
Well
my
done,
hair
Alan.
rare, please. Issues in a redhead. Brings in a red wig.
I want my hair well done.
He then
Brings in a leather hat.
turns to Bunky and says, I don't know you. I don't recognize you. Who are you?
My name is Bunky. I was with the original party, but I'm
Ah,
afraid I
yes.
missed you the first time around.
No, I remember you from the cave.
I was in a cave.
Yes, when we first met him, you recall.
Oh, yes. I don't. My memory's horrible, but I'll believe you.
I guess you deserve a reward as well. Do you wish? Do you have a wish that I can grant?
I kind of have two things. I wouldn't say they're big necessarily, but I have two things.
Huge.
First of all, and don't do this immediately, but first of all, I would like for me, my goat, and Zebulon, who's now apparently mine, I would like for all of us to be brought back to the other dimension where I was previously. And second,
His eyes kind of glaze over as you see him gathering knowledge.
yes. Second, I was run off from there by a mage college, and they hate me. So, what I am wondering is if there would be any way from either A, I could convince them to stay, B, I could stay whether they like it or not, or C, if they simply just, I don't know, I guess become friendly to me or something. And no matter what, they will not run me back out of town.
He sits there considering for a little bit and says, You know, I think I know just the thing. I can
Perfect.
I can tether your soul to the realm.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That way they cannot banish you as they did before. And since you are of that realm, then they will not harm you in any way.
She looks far too pleased, like she's grinning from ear to ear. She just says, fantastic.
Very well.
But her face falls for 1 second and she's, but if I may have just 1 minute to say something. And she just sort of tugs on Monique's robe sleeve and says, can I say a word to you privately?
Monique is currently holding Delios, as I'm pretty sure he's quite shaken up at the moment. So she just sort of sets him down gently, and stands up and takes a step over to the side.
Bunky, for perhaps the first time you've ever seen her, looks genuinely unsure. Like she's fiddling with her hands and she's not quite making eye contact. And she just says, I know I haven't explained anything at all, but I don't know really who's my friends and who's my enemy. But you, at the least, I know, are not my enemy. And I may never see you again, but thank you.
She rests a
What?
hand. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's all I had to say.
Oh, okay. She rests a hand on Bunky's shoulder. And you're looking up to her, and for the first time since you've seen her, there's a bit of a glow in her eyes as she's truly as happy as she ever could be. And she just says, "Never say never, dear. Thank you for being here with us. You were a good friend. I'll miss you, but I don't think this is the last time that we'll see each other."
Well, when I get my shop, I'll give you a discount.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Now, I think I just got a text from my mom saying I have to go back. Oh, crud.
Bunky's gonna trot her way back over to...
Can we put this on pause? I don't want to miss anything, but I have to go.
The two-headed dragon has perhaps gotten too curious for his own good and is now circling overhead and probably eavesdropping.
Fun fact, he has created a zone of isolation, so
Aw.
the dragon would have to get inside this zone to, which would alert LeChao.
The dragon goes, "Oh man, that's just bad sportsmanship."
That is so not cash money, man.
That was not very cash money of you.
Tell you what's not cash money, eavesdropping on a private conversation.
He don't care.
Honey Badger don't care. I'm waiting for Kathy because I got a very important thing to talk about.
Sorry. Mom's in the process of getting, like, things signed over, and I need to find my folder with a bank account stuff. And it's a black folder.
Yeah, they're
Signed over.
we're transferring ownership of the car, I think.
Oh, cool. So you giving him an affidavit, or are you just doing? I don't suppose you have to because you're in person.
We're not in person. He's out of state.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're transferring to a person who's out of state, or are you transferring it from a person who's out of state?
To a person who's out of state.
Yeah.
To a person. Okay.
Yeah.
He has our vehicle, but he's in another state, and then the vehicle belongs to us. So, also, I talked to Dad about what he thought would be, like, a good price for it, so after the recording is done, I'll talk to you about that.
Alright.
How come I can never find this folder?
Was it for Ben?
What?
Is it for Ben?
No, it's just for John.
Oh, it's for John.
Yeah.
So you're signing it over to
Yeah.
his name.
Yeah, John was already, like, using it, but since he's probably told you already, he's going to boot camp, so we're just like,
Yeah.
what do we do with this car? We'll just
You
let
put it
him
into the
have it.
text chat.
Yeah, it's his car now. It's now legally his problem.
Yeah. And of course, when I finally get my money, I do
Can I-
intend to pay you back somehow.
Hey,
Can I have a legally my problem?
Oh no.
Tell you what, I'll sell you the car that they gifted me.
Do you want some help, Kathy?
I don't know where I put the folder. It's just a basic black folder, but... I had to put everything on hold, lads. I gotta find this.
I respect you.
This is yours. Ah, no.
You want to be in the evil seat.
Heroes are all the same.
You want to go where everybody hates your face.
Storm
It's a golf
it.
girl.
Storm everything. Is there anywhere else it could be? I don't know.
Oh,
Hang
I have
on.
found the elves.
I'm trying to find it. I swear.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I found houses inside trees. So it's either elves or they're hippies. The difference is very minimal.
Phone time. Let me give this.
I'm gonna pause it this time instead of. Okay.
And when he does that, he gets another copy in his hand.
Okay, so
I still gotta find that stuff, so I'm sorry. It's just a black folder, is all it is.
That's racist.
I should really not be falling under this spirit.
Also, apparently it's not the cards. I can't believe I've done this.
I think my animal cracker is supposed to look like a tiger, but it just looks like a really fat cat with fat rolls.
Hey, don't you talk about Natnoj that way.
Natnoj doesn't usually walk around on all fours.
I don't understand what I've done.
Well, you just see his session 0.
Usually.
I learned many things.
Is that it? No.
Like how to steal pink dresses
It's just
from
a-
old ladies.
It's just a paper folder.
Precisely. What's a more important skill? I dare you to mention one.
How to kill
I can
cult
find, like,
leaders.
one of my W-2 envelopes. Maybe that's around.
Hey, we literally made a cult about ourselves.
I am annoyed.
I annoyed. I'm John.
The trader who
wait a
takes
second,
your
hold on.
raw stone
Yeah.
for exchanging it into metal does
Let me-
not have the single metal I want.
Sorry about this, guys.
You're not sorry. Don't pretend to be.
Is the recording still going? Is it just picking up on all this miscellaneous talk?
She has it
No,
paused.
she paused it.
Aw.
Also, just
Yeah,
throwing
that
it
would
out
be-
here. Just throwing it out here. Since I only have like 5 deities, if you have kind of an idea for one, just like shoot it my way and I'll see whether or not it's something like an idea that I like. Just because I seem to
Five
be
what
out of
now?
ideas. What?
I have what now?
Like an idea for a deity of some variety, since I seem to
Oh,
have
I-
only 5.
All I know is that you should either play Lucina, Orion, or Colleen. That's all I know.
I did not catch whatever that was. I did not. That did not register in my brain as understandable.
I said, all I know is you should either play as Lucina, Orion, or Colleen. That's all I know.
Oh yeah. I am thinking I am gonna get the Java version of Minecraft pretty soon, if only to join the BJU group just so I can build stuff. The fact is I just don't feel up to playing a lot of days, so I'm just like very on the fence as to whether or not I actually want to join the roleplay server. Cause I'm like, the day's gonna come to actually play and I'm gonna be like, I don't want to do this.
You get to play a 4-year-old.
Yeah. That would be fun. Yeah. And then I can
Go up
learn
to a
things
vampire,
organically.
Start poking it. What
Yeah.
are you? Why do you wear all black?
Hello, mister. Okay, what is it? 2
Vampire
girls
just
and a
looks
boy?
at you like,
What?
Is it 2 girls and a boy?
2 boys and a girl.
2 boys and a girl. Okay. I want to play whatever the single one is, not the twin.
Okay. Well,
So you want to play Lucina, who's apparently a daddy's girl, because the dad keeps on grabbing her instead of any of the boys.
Is everything okay?
Well, we've officially declared frick this. I'm doing it later.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn the light
Frick all
back.
of this. As said by the Phantom of the Opera, frick all of this.
Right. We left off at Monique and Bunky talking.
Yeah. Just as they finished,
Has the recording started again?
No, the recording's been going for a couple minutes now.
Have you you restarted it?
Yeah,
She never stopped it.
I did.
I thought we did.
But I restarted it when I
Alright,
came back in the room a couple minutes ago.
Ah.
So you did catch all of what we were saying.
Yeah, we did get all the miscellaneous talk.
Yep. I'm keeping it in.
alright. So, I'm just gonna say, I don't know how much longer my phone is gonna last. Skype is killing its low battery.
You can plug it in.
I have it plugged in.
Or is it gonna die?
Let me speak. So, once Bunky and Monique finish talking, she just sort of walks back over to LeChow. Her arms are just kind of swinging, and she doesn't really know what to do with herself, and she just goes, okay. Make sure you get Zebulon too, please. And all 3 of the goats. I'm ready to go home.
May you forever prosper.
Oh, I will.
I wasn't saying that.
Oh, she will.
Let's see, what do I want to do with this?
You don't.
She disappears in a giant poof of smoke.
LeChow says, so,
We're all going to the same
now
dimension.
now that we have her plans out on the table, where are you guys going to be going?
I'm gonna travel the realms a bit. Maybe try and visit some of the places in these comic books. The ones mentioned in this realm, that is.
Oh, that does remind me. Monique pulls out the one she borrowed from Adelaide. This one's yours. If we're splitting up now, you should probably have it back.
Oh, thanks for remembering.
No problem. Stop by anytime.
Eh.
So, I know where you're going. Do you have any particular destination you'd like to get to?
Who, me?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, I just want to see places. The possibility of possibly running into a clan is minuscule, but it's a possibility I'd like to entertain.
Very well. How about... Wait a minute. Where's Natanaj? I was
Probably
sure he was
dead.
with you when you came in. I felt him.
Wait, what? When we came in,
Yes.
you got chased off by demons.
He didn't make it.
He's very dead.
Oh. Well, do you have something of his? Because I can recreate him easily if I have that.
Well, it's mine now, and she holds up his sword that's now her sword.
No, not a possession. A part of him.
Didn't one of you grab a piece of him? Like a piece of fur? I thought for sure somebody grabbed a piece of fur or whisker or something.
From a shield.
Oh! The shield has a piece of him on it?
And a piece of paper. What in the world happened? Oh wow, yeah, that I'm not gonna win this.
Oh, I forgot about the piece of paper. We didn't actually like look at it.
No, you had a piece of net knowledge on your shield. It was a whisker or something. I forget what it was.
I don't remember this, but okay.
You specifically searched the shield for it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, fine. If you say I did,
Both
I did.
Me and John remember this.
I just remember there was something about you found some piece of him somewhere.
Oh, wait. Was it when I observed it, like, earlier at the mansion?
I don't know. I know you looked at the shield and there was a piece of fur on it.
Okay. I kind of I vaguely remember now. I don't think I was actively searching for it, but I remember now. Okay. Yeah, she, I don't know exactly where she was keeping it, but in, like, a little pouch, maybe, but she sort of pulls out the fur that was on his shield. It's not an awful lot, but I mean, you've probably worked with less.
He kind of does the finger guns thing, and your arm starts to feel extremely heavy as you look over, and there's a fully grown Natnosh sitting on your arm now.
In
Does he still
armor,
hold?
or
No, he's probably 60 or something. I think he was 53 last time I checked.
Yeah, but the guy's ancient.
Oh,
does he still have his armor?
actually, he's not wearing his old armor. He got new armor. And a new shield.
So much for
And the
keeping
new
characters
sword.
dead.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like that.
Next campaign he appears in, he's going to be 80.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, since I was planning on jumping into the future a little bit, yeah. I don't know
So he'll
exactly.
be near the end of his life.
I don't know how much in the future, though.
Paladins do not have a way to extend their life, unlike druids who live forever.
Once to live forever.
And planetars, which also live forever.
Druids are forever.
And Bunky, who's gonna magically elongate her life through some means, even if it is just magical spite.
3 days!
Literally just, I've gotten this far, I ain't stopping now.
Alright. She sort of sets Natnoj down gently next to Delio, so now they're both all shaken up.
No, Natnoj is fine.
Well, even a true resurrection gives you like a -4 on everything and disadvantage on basically everything for a full day or two.
True that.
So yeah.
It can't be dead for more than 200 years, apparently.
Oh, I thought true resurrection worked for at least like 1,000 years.
200.
Oh.
True Resurrection actually doesn't have that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
True Resurrection is like the, oh, you're dead? No, you're not. Get back here.
Well, you've learned into giblets. Too bad, you're back in order.
Alright. So now, but yeah, she'll set him down gently whether he's shaken up or not, and I guess she's just gonna sort of sit down next to Delios.
You're gonna have a hard time shaking him from your arm.
That's alright.
He's
She'll hold
hanging on.
Delios and Natnoj at the same time.
No, he's hanging on like a cat.
Ow! Watch the claws. Alright.
Well,
There's
it seems my time has come.
one more thing.
Yes?
It's not so much a favor for me, but a favor for someone else. Back when we came to fight you the first time, Nordal was banished to his home plane, and I think he'd like to come back, please.
His eyes kind of film over. Okay, I'm not saying you're fat, but when I cast Levitate, you're somehow immune. I'm just looking through memes and I saw that one.
Oh, you're still scrolling through memes. I was like, what's the context?
Focus, man, focus.
What's the context? I mean, we've had so many distractions. It's no wonder we're all having trouble focusing.
He's busy at the moment. Interesting.
Who is?
Nordo. What do you mean busy?
It seems he's doing something.
Which is?
I'm not sure. It's out of my realm.
Well then, would you give me... I could probably bring him back with a gate spell, but I don't have the means. The monetary means, literally.
That's the thing. I could bring him back. But he seems to be busy doing something. I think I posted that one twice. That he does not wish interrupted. I could bring you to him if that would work.
Well, possibly, but... And she sort of looks over at Sirona. I want to see... there's some things I need to see through to the end before I go off on my own.
Yes, I can sense you're after a powerful artifact, but you also wish to go home to Carcosa. Which would you prefer to go for first?
What do you say, Sirona?
First we chase the hope of the talisman, and then we
Yes,
go
Mom.
home.
Thank you. I won't need that until you can find me the others.
I'll try to find it, I swear. Moving on.
First we chase the hope of the talisman, and then we go home.
Very well. He hands you he materializes an attuning rod and hands it to Sirona. This should take you to where you need to go.
Thank you. And
My phone is about to die.
I'm sorry for you.
Did we hear what?
Yeah, did we hear that, or are we audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and she says, and I'm sorry for you.
She was my love, but all things will come to a close one day. He's very sad. I shall hopefully see you in the future. May we meet on better terms. He then disappears.
The dragon
Do I
disappears.
disappear too?
Yeah, the dragon disappears with him.
Yep. Bunky also finds in her backpack is an attuning fork.
So I have to walk there.
The attuning fork will let you teleport there.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yep.
fantastic.
It has a stored cast of plane travel. Also, just know if you don't help them out, you're gonna have to create a backup character for the next.
Yeah, I know. But she's not helping out. She's she's going home. She walks over to Nat Naj, and she kind of offers him his sword back, and he says, I thought you were dead, so I just sort of took this.
I
Turn down
was,
Heather's volume.
and I left it to you. As you see, he pulls out his new blade, which I forget what it's called, but it's a sword. It says,
Sort of stabby death time.
This'll do me. You need the help that the sword can provide you to maintain on the straight and narrow.
That almost seems insulting, but I'll believe that you mean that in good faith. And I suppose that means I'll be seeing the end of won't be seeing you for a long time either. If
I
ever
don't.
again.
He says, well, I don't plan to make this my realm. I've got too many memories here. I plan to live in the normal realm.
Where I'm going then, huh?
Yes.
Wanna ride over there? She holds up the tuning fork. I think this'll take me.
I guess it wouldn't hurt. Come,
Yeah.
let me see that.
And she sort of helps him get hefted up onto his feet and just goes, I can show you off to Joseph.
He turns to the rest of the party and says, this may be where we split ways.
Well, at least it's a better parting than last time. I suppose we'll still miss you, both of you, but it's good to know that you'll still be out there somewhere.
You lot can come visit anytime. She just sort of makes sure the tuning fork is in Nat Nosh's hand, and she's like holding onto his leg. I have no idea how to work that, so you do the magic.
He looks over and sees Zebulon bounding towards you. Who is obviously, he has a rope tied around its neck, but the rope is just trailing off to a fence post, which is banging around.
Oh, it's funny. And she just calls, Zeb, get over here. And she calls over Goatsley and Rambo. Make sure her backpack is settled on her shoulders, and so her two mechanical companions, one not yet finished, and Zebulon are all close by her. And she says, all right, I'm ready.
Very well. May we meet again on the battlefield.
Or off of it. I'll take either.
He kind of smirks and then hits the tuning fork on the ground, and all of a sudden there is no more Bunky or Natnoj.
Or Zebulon or Rambo or Goatsley. Poof.
I should know they're left behind.
No. That would be bad. And she will start killing things if they are left behind. Well, since that's the end of my half of the story, I've got to turn on my phone. I'm at 2%. So,
Yeah.
the
So,
rest is not applicable to me.
what are you guys gonna be doing?
I think we lost her already.
I said, what are you guys gonna be doing?
I don't know. I might get on and build.
Well, like in the thing though.
Oh, duh.
In the campaign though.
I thought we were gonna do a session -1.
Well, that was an idea, but Harry's already disconnected, and I don't think she can I don't know.
Yeah.
We
We might do that.
Discord.
Yeah, we can do that over Discord, off of the recording.
Oh, off recording?
I don't know.
You can do it on recording.
Maybe we could do it like, maybe we could just give it a week to finally, like, compile our last little bits and pieces, and then we'll do a session 0 in a couple of days or something.
Regardless, the campaign now. What are we doing?
Well, Monique will go ahead and anytime that she's not like actively giving attention to someone else, she's next to Delios, who really is just not doing much at all.
Yeah.
He's been through a lot. 15 years.
Serona hasn't landed this whole time, but she lands now, and she'll come over to Delios, and she'll kind of pat him over on the shoulder and be like, "Hi, I don't think we've ever actually met. I'm gonna go make some tea." And she does that.
He's kind of looking at you like he's a little dissociated, like he's still trying to come to terms with what's going on right now.
That's fair.
And Monique is holding him. It's almost he's kind of big, but she's trying to hold him as close as she can. So she's got like both arms around him, and you can sort of hear very quietly, "And I'll see you in the summer when the flowers are in bloom, and we'll walk the hills together through the bonny blooms where the bird sings to the glen. I will see you once again when I'm back home in my homeland, bonny Mary Jane." It's a childhood song of she's can't really remember all the words to, but it seemed appropriate at the time, and she's just sort of humming that quietly as she's thinking again that after so long she's finally gonna have an actual family again, and maybe her and Delios could go wander about in the woods like they used to when they were young. And he
Question: Does anyone have the ability to alignment change?
No? Why?
Delios is lawful evil.
He's not a vampire anymore.
Doesn't matter. He was still corrupted.
But
I'm gonna be a little bit nice and say he'll be whatever you want him to be.
I feel like he was already a pretty chaotic good kind of dude, but I'm pretty sure
Well, he was a vampire. He definitely was.
his personality was a chaotic good, but he was made evil because of the vampirism, and now that the vampirism is gone, he's not evil anymore. That was the evil thing.
That's your interpretation. But as I said, I'm not gonna press the point.
Okay.
yeah, don't ruin this.
Alright. And Monique will kind of look up over at Adelaide. So, you're gonna go find Clint?
Yeah, possible. I'm not sure if it even is.
Well, if you ever find him, feel free to come back and tell me what kind of daring tales you had to go through to find to get there. Sounds like a good story.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming along for the ride, such as it was.
No sweat. I like helping people.
I come over with tea.
Roll the last survival check of the campaign.
Where's my pretty druid dice? It's so dark in here, I can't actually read it. Well, that's a 7 plus 7 plus 12 is 19.
That's pretty good tea
It's
for
pretty good tea.
being so off the cuff.
Nice herbal tea.
Alright. And so after we are all standing there sipping tea, those of us who want to, I guess Monique will go ahead and look up to LeChow and said,
Oh, LeChow
The
vanished.
chow's gone.
LeChow's gone.
Yeah.
LeChow's gone. My bad.
And so was Mr. Two-Headed Dragon.
I forgot. Never mind.
And you're standing right outside the town with the monastery.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's, time to go inside. But not to, Aintradom. I think it's time for me to go home. I've got something to show Mom and Dad.
You think there'll be an extra bedroom?
Well, it's a bit of a small, it's a bit of a small house.
I can sleep on the floor.
No, it's fine. I have my own quarters in the cathedral, complex. So, and you recall, I've got a couple of bedrooms in there. It's alright. We'll be fine, but we're almost there, Serona.
She gives you a hug.
So Monique's standing there hugging Delios and being hugged at the same time.
So many hugs.
Well,
I offer tea to Delios.
he's kind of just like, I was just sort of,
He's like, hold it shakily.
I don't know what I feel about hot things. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
I guess that's it now.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the end of everything until we get to Talisman. I don't even know how we're gonna reach it.
Alright. Well, I think that'll end us for tonight.
It's a good place to stop the recording, I think.
Do we want to do anything over Discord, or what do we want to do?